it's not a matter of if it's a custom or not. Like if I made a board for your friend, it'll probably, if it's your dimensions, the ingredients are there, so you can jump on that board and feel like it's, if that's what you like, that type of board. Don't have to be a custom is my point. You know, you can ride another board I shape and it will probably feel similar within a range, you know. But a custom is only your dimensions.
I see. So,
the model too, dimensions and model. But truthfully, 90% of how our board feels is on the bottom.
The bottom.
The rocker, concaves, brakes, and
Can we flip it over?
Yeah.
まあ、グレンさんが言ってるのは、その僕はカスタムだからっていうふうに認識してるんだけど、グレンさんはなんだろう、カスタムっていうよりもその、まあ、彼の、まあ、技術だよね。その彼が作った板でカスタムじゃなくても乗り心地はそうも変わらないって言ってるから、やっぱその彼のその、このシェイプするところのその、技術で波乗りが変わるっていうふうに。So you're saying that, so what goes into your shaping that makes it?
Yeah, the bottom is everything, yeah. Rocker is everything.
このロッカーっていうのはこの板のこの反り具合のことをロッカーっていうんだけど、この板の良さっていうのは全てこのボトムに入ってる。
Secondly is your dimensions, if it's right amount of foam for you, for paddle and for how long, what kind of waves you ride. But bottom rocker is everything. But the thing about bottom rocker is very hard to see.
Okay.
You know.
How can you kind of show me how it works? Like,
okay, there's a stringer curve, right?
はい。
Which is easy to measure.
スリンガーっていうのはこの真ん中のところだね。The middle part.
Yeah,
Yes.
the wood.
はい。
That's easy to measure.
はい。これを測るのは簡単。
You can put a straight edge and measure.
うん。
But the real curve, you cannot measure.
このまっすぐのこの真ん中のところは測るのは簡単だけど、このまあ、結局曲がってるところが、測るのがすごく難しい。So that's all feel then.
Visual.
見る目がないとこれは削れない。
And you can measure it and put it on a computer for a computer shape.
Which is a trend right now. A lot
Yeah,
of
which
boards
is kind of
are made
yeah,
by a computer.
probably 90% of boards made is done by computers. So you can measure all of that, but you have to measure very meticulously. And you have to put it on the software, and it has to transfer to the hardware, which is the cutter, the machine cuts, and make sure that those curves are right, and that's only done visually. The ending part, it's all visual.
今の板っていうのは、まあ、市販で、まあ、大手の板、大量生産する板とかっていうのは機械、だからよく今板買うときにボリュームっていうんだけど、ボリュームが出せる理由っていうのは、機械に通してこのフォームの中のこのボリュームがどんだけあるかを、機械が計算してで、まずこのカーブだったりとか全部機械に落とし込んで、削ってる機械の、質にもどこまで、細かいところまで再現できるか。けどグレンさんが言うのはやっぱこの、見る目、この人の見る目でこの、ラインが変わってくるっていうことを言ってるんです。
Because when you're surfing, you're not surfing on your stringer.
はい。
You're surfing on your rail.
ああ、なるほどね。だから海に乗ってこのサーフィンするときっていうのはここのエッジを使ってサーフィンするわけだから、ここ真ん中は大事じゃなくて大事なのはこの、エッジなんだよね。大事なのが。
Yeah, and it's not this curve, it's this curve.
ああ。
You know?
横じゃなくてこっちなんだって。ロッカー。So it's the rocker.
It's the rocker. But not this rocker, see?
はい。
Because you have concaves and you have V's.
Yes.
So this is independent from this.
なるほど。 When you say independent, so they're separate then, is what you're saying?
Separate.
Oh.
This curve and this curve doesn't match.
How has your shaping evolved in the last 40, 50 years? Has something stayed the same, or have you always like perfected and changed the way you...
constantly changing, constantly. Like,
what makes it change? Like, is there a trend of like the boards?
Yeah, the trend of boards, the trend of the amount of concaves you put, and where you put it is important.
When you have too much rocker, there's not a lot of surface touching the water, so you can't go as fast?
Not necessarily.
Awesome.
If you have too much rocker, the board might be a little slower, but it probably might be too loose.
Oh, I see.
You know, that's more of a rocker thing when the board gets too loose. Nowadays we have a lot more rocker than we used to, but we have a lot more concaves too. So it's a balancing act. You gotta adjust rocker with concave.
I showed you the board that I used to use, and then I also told you the places that I like to surf: Bowls, Alamoana, sometimes Diamond Head. So that would go into how you would put the rocker.
The rocker, the model, you know, the concaves. Everything you tell me, I try to kind of like transfer it to what I think might work.
機会があったら僕は一本はここでこう削ってもらうのをすごくおすすめする。ですごく面白い体験が、僕が削ってもらった時にグレンさんに聞いたのが、聞かれたのが、まず今どういう板を乗っているのかと、どういう乗り方をしたいのかっていうのと、あと、ポイント、どこのポイントに乗っているのかっていうので、どのモデルがいいのかとかっていうのを、選んでくれるんだよね。So obviously the way or the type of boards that you shape for Hawaii, and also you shape in Japan as well. So the way you would shape for a board in Japan will be different from the board that you would shape for a person that would ride in Hawaii.
When I go to Japan, for example, they order a model. So they tell me what model they might want.
Okay.
Yeah. So generally, I'll shape that model. What changes is how wide they want it.
I see.
Because usually, generally, they're thinking that, okay, I'm riding a smaller wave. They want to ride little wider boards. You know? But when they tell me what model they want, I won't change too much of the model.
I see.
You know.
Do you shape it here in Hawaii, or do you shape it in Japan?
Sometimes here, sometimes there.
日本でも板削ってるんだけど、日本でもグレンさんの板を買うことができて、で基本その日本で買うときは、注文するときは、まずモデルを決めてもらって、であとはコナミだったらもうちょっと幅を広くしたりとかっていうのを、やってくれて、でハワイで削って日本に持っていく場合もあるし、日本で削ることもあるんですけど。
Yeah, because in Japan, I mean, I've surfed waves that are really juicy.
Yes.
So it all depends where you're surfing, yeah.
Where do you go surfing in Japan?
Well, I used to go to Shikoku.
Shikoku.
So they got some
I've heard
barreling waves there.
It barrels in Shikoku.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
I heard there's good waves in Shikoku.
There's beach breaks that are softer, but there's some river mouth breaks that just barrels, man.
Yeah.
You know, so all depends, yeah.
Glenn, your last name is Minami. It's Japanese. So what are your connections to? Are you fourth generation?
Third generation.
You're third generation. What did your
my grandfather, grandmother, they came from
where are your roots? Kumamoto.
Right.
And did they work in the plantation?
They came here and worked in the coffee farms, Kona Coffee. You know,
so Big Island.
In the Big Island, Kona Coffee.
So your roots is in the Big Island there.
Yeah, they were one of the, I guess, the first to grow coffee there.
グレンさんは3世で、ルーツは、熊本にあって、オアフに来る前は、ハワイ島 Did you grow up in the Big Island or
No,
you
over
grew up
here.
here?
My parents came here.
グレンさんの、お父さんお母さんがオアフに来て What did they do? Were they shaping or?
No. Nothing to do with.
They didn't have to do with this.
Nothing to do with surfing.
How did you grow up? How was surfing introduced to you as you grew up?
Just in high school when, all the friends just started surfing and the whole group of guys that we were friends,
You
we just
were
started
raised
surfing.
Oahu? Like this side?
Pro City.
Pro City. ファールシティ出身で、You started surfing in
High school.
High school. 高校生の時からサーフィン。周りの友達がIt was a trend. There's people who would like
Yeah,
to surf.
everybody started
なんかみんな
surfing.
サーフィンするからじゃあ僕もサーフィンするって言って。So yeah, I know a lot of friends that surf, but I don't know a lot of people that get into actually.
Well, the reason we got into shaping, I did, but was we started when we were just riding longboards. Everything was just longboards back
昔は
then.
全部ロングボードだったんで。
Yeah, that's what you rode. Everybody rode longboards. But then there was a big change, a revolution, where they started making shortboards.
So you saw that transition from longboards to getting
Yeah.
into more high performance.
After a couple years of surfing longboards that everybody did, then the trend changed to shortboards. And when they did that, a lot of the guys like me started stripping their longboards, taking off the fiberglass, and reshaping the foam to shortboards.
So you did that your own.
Yeah.
へ
Yeah.
グレンさんが高校生だった時にみんなロングボード乗っててでそこからこうショートボードの流行りが始まってで So there were no shortboards that you could buy at those times?
You could go in the shops and buy them, yeah.
一応
The
ショ
first
ートボード
ones.
買うことはできるんだけどグレンさんたちはロングボードを剥ぎ取って自分たちでシェイプした So how was your first shortboard that you made? Did it work?
Yeah.
It worked?
Yeah. I was,
すごいね
it wasn't because it was shaped right. It was just that it was short. Like, it was we used to ride 9.4s, 9.2s,
9.4の
Earlier.
板ロングボードだよね
and
ロン
then
グ板の
and then we stripped it and made like 8-footers
だからちょっと短く8フィートぐらいにして
and 7.6s
で
and
もっと短く
just
7フィー
just
トにして
just bringing down the length that much and the outline smaller. Boards were so loose. Even at 8 foot, they were so loose. Back then.
So it's the fin's still a longboard fin, I would believe. Not
Yeah,
like
single
a,
fin.
Not like
But
a
still single fin.
thruster.
Single fin.
シングルフィンで短くしてったっていうのがグレンさんのシェイプの始まりなんだって。So what got you really into like? Did you start getting like, hey, would you make a board for me or?
Yeah.
How did the
just like I said, we had a whole group of friends that surfed, and everybody started, riding shorter boards because it was more fun, more loose. So we started making boards for friends and friends of
友
friends.
達同士にこうシェイプしたりとかしてでその友達の友達がシェイプしてくれって言って That became a business then.
Eventually. But man, it was fun, man.
I love those stories. Like it's those times where it's like you're passionate about like.
Yeah, we crack the rails with the hammer, bang, 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 and then we get the pliers and strip the fiberglass. It was so itchy.
ファイバーグラスガラスの破片が体にこうついて痒くなったりとか
We
する
don't
んだ
know.
けど。
We don't know. We just, oh man, it's so itchy.
だからその時はその素材もどういうものなのかも剥ぎ取ってやっと分かってガラスを使ってって言ってこう痒くなったりとかしながら。
The first board I shaped, I had 2 big cardboard boxes from the market. And I put the blank on the cardboard box and I started shaping under a tree.
With also, this was outside then.
Yeah,
外でやるんだって。外でシェイピングやってたんだって。
with one light from the tree.
木があってそこに電気を落としてでそこでシェイプしてたんだって。
And I shaped the whole board with that little thing right there.
What does that do?
It's a short form. Yeah, the small one. I never had a planer.
Oh, to sand it down.
Yeah, to shape it down, shape the outline, everything. Oh, that was crazy days, man.
What are your connections with Japan? Why do you go to Japan?
Yeah, Japan is a good place to go.
What do you like about Japan?
It's a great society.
日本のコミュニティが好きなんだっ
It's a
て。
great culture.
あと日本の文化。
Yeah.
What kind of culture do you like about Japan?
Well, just society is where everybody works. Everybody wants to do better.
はい。
Everybody wants to succeed.
うん。
You know, the attitude is totally different.
はい。
Where even in America, where supposedly
うん。
it's a good nation,
Yes.
but people are, not everyone, but there's a lot of lazy people.
うん。
They just want to take from the government.
はい。
You know.
グレンさんの日本が好きな、これは結構もう世界中で日本のこと好きな人たちが言うことと似てると思うんだけど、結局日本の人ってすごく働く、もっと良くなりたいとか、あと仕事に対して真面目っていうのがグレンさんが好きな、日本の好きなところ。
Yeah, in Japan, everybody has pride. You know, they have pride in what they do,
仕事に対してのプライドも日本人は持ってるし、
what their car looks like.
車、
You know?
乗ってる車に対しても
I,
プライドを持ってる。
for example, I never saw a dirty car in
そうだ
Japan.
ね。アメリカで運転してると色が違ったりとか錆びれてる車があったりとかするんだけど、グレンさんが日本に行くときにはもう全部きれい。Every car is clean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and every car has no dents.
でへこみもないし、
If they have a dent, they fix it.
でへこんだりとかすると直すし、
So
だから
it's,
自
it's
分
and
の
it,
乗っているもの、所有しているものに対してもプライドを持ってる。
yeah, it's all a attitude. It's all a pride, and it's
I like that.
if the whole world was like that, it would be a great
いいね、いい
world.
ね。だから日本人のその考えとか日本人の持っている心が世界中の人たちにもそれを共有してくれるとしたら、世界はもっといい場所になるんじゃないのかなっていうのがグレンさんの考え方なんだって。
But that attitude affects everything. You know,
Yes.
it affects everything.
うん、
Daily life to how the country is. So
態度が全て、その板に対してのとか車を大事にするとか、その何かを大事にするっていうまず気持ちを持つっていうのがいろんなところにそれを影響するから、まずその気持ちを持つのがすごく大事っていうのがグレンさんの考
aside from the food is great.
え方。あとご飯もそうそうそう。俺も日本に帰りたい理由の一つがご飯。How about 温泉？
Oh yeah, went
You like
to the
onsen?
onsen. Yeah, nice and hot.
What do you keep important to keep balance in your life? What keeps you happy or what keeps you going?
Well, man, everything got a balance.
Yes, I think
Sometimes
so
it's
too.
not in balance, so you
Uh-huh.
gotta adjust.
うん、
But family,
家族、だから人生のバランスを保つためには何が大事なのかっていう話をしてるんだけど、良くない時もあるし、だけどそのバランスを保つためには家族、your family、
the family, the wife, kids.
奥
Yeah,
さんと子供。How old are your kids now?
18,
18歳と
22,
20歳。
23,
あ
26.
3 kids.
Three boys.
18? 18歳と
23
23
26.
と26歳。だからもう大人だね。They're adults now.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
grown up, man.
Do they surf?
Only one does.
一人サーフィンする
A little bit.
Do they come over here
Meaning
to
work on boards or anything?
come over here and like
To the factory?
Yeah.
No, never.
But your wife helped you out.
Yeah, she helps me with the business. Yeah.
奥さんがすごく優しい人で、僕が板削った時にピックアップした時に奥さんにお会いしたんだけど、すごく優しい感じのいい奥さんで、when I came to pick up my board, your wife
Oh,
was
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's
here.
very kind, very friendly.
Super nice,
She's
nice
so
lady.
nice. Yes.
Good person. Oh, she's such a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other balance is
Yes.
surfing. I like to surf.
Yeah.
And that kind of balanced me out. Shaping, I love to shape.
Mhm.
So I gotta surf and shape.
Mhm.
I need to do those things. for my balance.
グレンさんのバランスは家族とあと海、あとシェイピング。海入ることとやっぱこのシェイピングすることによって自分のバランスを取れることができる。That's so cool. Love it. What do you get from being in the water? Is it surfing or is it you being in the water?
Depends on which day it is, yeah. I mean, man, if you get a couple good waves, good rides, barrels, man, it makes your day.
It
you
does,
know?
doesn't it? Yes.
I don't have to surf for 2 more days if I have a 3 more days, you know.
What time do you like to surf? Are you a morning person? Or
Usually
like
morning. Usually morning
person?
because I want to come to work, yeah.
Ah, no. So you surf and then you would come into the factory.
Yeah, it depends where it is. Though. If it's summertime, I'll adjust my surf time because it's close.
Yes.
You know, from here.
But now you would go.
But if it's
take
not
time to
shore,
go
then
shore.
I gotta surf in the morning, then come to work, or come to work and go surf in the afternoon, depending on the swell, what it's doing.
ハワイのいいところは年中サーフィンができるんだよね。で冬場は、こっちオアフの、ワイキキサイドは波は立たないからノーショアに行くから、まあ、グレンさんは冬の時は先にサーフィンしてノーショアまで行ってそこからこう工場に来るんだけど、夏場はもうこっち側でもう波が立つからもうすぐ海入ってすぐに工場来れるから、まあ、夏と冬でちょっとバランスを変えるんだけど基本的に海入ってからこうシェイプをするっていうのがグレンさんのそのライフバランスの取り方です。
But it all depends on the swell, yeah.
そう、あと波のそのスウェールが来る、時期にもよる。まあ、if there's waves, you would go for the waves, and then.
Yeah, if there's waves in the morning, I might go in the morning. But if the swell, I check the buoys, check the surf reports. If it's gonna come up this afternoon, then I'll work early and then go this afternoon. You know.
でうねりの入る時、うねりって当てるのが結構タイミングが大事だから、午前中に波が立つんだったらそっちに行ってからまあシェイプするし、午後が波立つんだったら先にシェイプしてから午後海入ったりとかっていうライフバランスをとってる。
Yeah, life revolves around surfing.
Yeah. So this is what you're going to continue. This is what you're passionate. This is what your life.
I love to do it.
Around, yeah, that is so. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this is I want to ignite or inspire other people to find their passion. Like you said, people in Japan, they work really hard, and they devote a big part of their life in the corporate world. If they love it, I think that is great. There's some other people that might be thinking, is there something else for me? But when you live in Japan, it feels like that's the thing to do, being in a big corporation, devoting, the majority of your healthy life to a company. But I think things are starting to change. And the opportunities that we're able to be able to sustain a life, I think we have more opportunities now because the internet, we can reach more people, or there's a lot more diversity in the needs of products or services. So,
well, there's always good and bad to everything.
Yes.
For example, I love to shape.
Yes.
But, you don't make the best money for making a living for the family also. So you gotta kind of like balance it out too, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But if you're working for a big corporation, hey, you're making more money, so, it tips the scale that way too.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's nothing, like I said, there's good and bad in everything, and hey, money is so important in life.
Yes.
No matter what.
It's like air, you need it.
You need it,
Yes.
man. You need it to survive. They say money don't make you happy, but hey, if you don't have money, if you don't have money, that don't make you happy either.
Yes, that's true.
I'd rather have money and be sad than poor and be sad,
Yes. だからそのお金の財力とかそのバランスもすごく大事だし、その板を削るっていうのもやっぱこれって一つのアートだから、で削れる本数も限られてるし。What would you like to have? Would you like to have more orders come in, or you would like to be? Because you probably don't want to be overwhelmed with having to shape.
Yeah.
Boards, but
right now we had a kind of even where I can shape a few boards a day and comfortable, yeah.
Your style is not mass produced, it's hand shaped, which I love. And that's the style that you're gonna keep
Maybe, maybe not.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be interesting. Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to say because there are people that contact me and say, hey, can we make your boards this over here? I said,
I
okay.
see.
But they need my files for their computer, and I don't have files.
Oh,
You
I
know.
see.
So I'm starting to make files for the computer, and not always for shapes here, but so that I can work with other people that want to have my shapes,
I
but
see.
you know, they want to use the machine.
Uh-huh.
You know.
When you say filing, is that like 3D scanning or?
Well, you have to. There's a program, and you have to make your board on the program.
Like
yeah.
a CAD.
Inputting all the numbers in the
I
program,
see.
and then you have to make files, and you got to test it out and make sure they look right.
Right.
Because if you send it to somebody and it's not right, the board's not going to end up coming right.
Of course.
So they got to start off at least 95% right, at least, you know, if not better.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have a good product in the end.
So that's maybe something that we'll see in your future then. We'll see.
I'm trying. We'll see.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Glenn.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.